Hello everyone and welcome to another best of 3 in the Internet Extreme Masters Season 1 group stage. It is of course still Playday 3 and it's still Group A, and this time it's gonna be Undead against Human. Giacomo, the Czech player, spawning here in the left spawn position on Echo Isles, Altar first and Cigarette for him, so a very quick Death Knight. And his opponent Fire DE on the right hand side with Altar first as well as the barracks and the first farm. So probably a quick AM for Fire DE and a Death Knight for Giacomo. Of course also these two players so far with one victory and one defeat. Crypt coming, and let's see, this is the first really, oh no, actually it's not. The next building is going to be the first interesting one. Let's see if it's going to be second Cigarette or the Graveyard. Probably a second Cigarette given the time this game was played in. And yeah, Altar's about to finish, so let's see. Yeah, second Cigarette, so we'll see ghouls here by Giacomo, Death Knight first, and Fire going for the AM. So yeah, first Footman also in production. Really nothing happening at the moment, which is out of the ordinary. Ghoul production starting as well. Yeah, third farm. Base still open here in one position basically, and I'm assuming it's gonna stay like that. Back then, of course, not really a lot of players used to close their bases, but rather used it basically as a resort for their low HP heroes to pull back into. So AM is out and Fire is going, yeah, straight to the bottom of the map. I'm assuming probably straight for the expansion. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Death Knight heading across the map. He cut himself the Rod of Necromancy and actually selling his town portal here, going for a second crypt. Alright, so now things start to get interesting. Ghoul production is going to skyrocket, and we'll see a lot of pressure here by Giacomo. Fire DE on the other side, of course, not knowing about that so far because he didn't scout it all. Death Knight now reaching the Human's main base, and he didn't scout it all as well, so he's going to be way too late for this one. So expansion already crept. Of course he's gonna summon the first skeletons there and try to do as much damage as he can, and Fire DE sees him coming in before starting to creep here. First peasant is about to fall to the skeletons. First skeleton is about to fall as well though, and that's going to give level 2 to this AM. Second peasant, let's see if he's gonna get it. Death Knight needs to take care not to take too much damage early on, so only one kill so far, not too much happening. A lot of ghouls already out on the field for Giacomo, and it's gonna be they're gonna be even more coming eventually. And Fire with the militia. How far did he go with his scout? Okay, not particularly far. That's kind of weird. And now the ghouls are heading out on the map. 4, 7, 8 ghouls coming across the map. Fire just sitting here. He reached level 2, which is quite crucial in that situation, of course, to get more mana regeneration, to get as many skeletons as possible out here. And they're not really okay. He's already pulling militia. Alright, I was just about to say he doesn't really have too many peasants inside his main base, which he can transform into militia. So DK pulling back here, and all the ghouls are coming in right now. More and more ghouls streaming across the map, as you can see here. 1, 2, 3 more on the minimap. Militia are now coming in. Ghouls are going for the kills on the peasants here first. AM has to pull back another coil. Kills, actually heals one of the ghouls here. In the meantime, 2 more peasants have fallen. The third one's gonna fall as well. And yeah, Giacomo, wow. That is a lot of pressure here. Next ghoul gets healed. That was the last coil, at least for now. Ghoul has to be repositioned here. He's going for the AM as well, which is moved very, very... Oh, wow. He's taking so much damage here. Now has to pull back. And now he's basically completely out of the fight. And what is Fire doing? Level up. Gets the aura on the field for the Death Knight. And that means he's going to be able to chase down the AM eventually. In the meantime, the ghouls are doing more and more damage here. Trying to cancel the Town Hall. The DK Also about to get the mana again for another coil. The and the AM is under 70 HP, so if he coils here, the AM is gonna fall, and that's the kill, and at the same time the Town Hall has been cancelled as well, and now he can afford losing a couple of boosts, because of course there's not gonna be any experience for this AM, and therefore the expansion has been completely cancelled at the moment. Death Knight already level 3, and there's the GG already by Fire. Wow. Alright, so that worked out very nicely. Fire, yeah, completely overwhelmed by this pressure. I mean, if he had just scouted that properly, he would have probably not started with setting up the expansion. He would have gone for towers first, he would have brought more militia, he would have probably continued producing like 1 or 2 more footmen before getting his Town Hall into production, and he could have handled that a lot better. But then, of course, also within the actual fight, microing his AM so late basically put himself into such a bad position with all of those ghouls falling there in the end. I feel like the AM probably would have been at least close to level 3. So having that one survive, having that one run away from the DK, you know, easily before the DK reaching level 2 could have made things a lot easier for Fire. The way he played it was a bit sloppy-ish, and Giacomo made great use of that, and yeah, just pulling a nice little unconventional strategy out of his head, and therefore taking the first map here. And the second map is going to be Turtle Rock.